And thanks for joining us for ABC 7 at noon. I'm Denise Olivas.
And I'm Stephanie Valle. We have breaking details from our New Mexico mobile newsroom. Centennial High School no longer on lockdown after a threat was made to the school this morning.
Las Cruces police also have a student in custody. Centennial is located at 1950 Sonoma Ranch Boulevard. Las Cruces Public Schools is holding a news conference and is expected to begin shortly. Let's give you a live shot right now. There we go. It looks like it's about to begin. And I believe she is the spokeswoman for Las Cruces Las Cruces Public Schools, I should say.
Joe Galvan.
So let's take a listen now.
The Superintendent of Schools is Stan Rounds with an S at the end. Then we will hear from Dan Trujillo from Las Cruces Police Department. He's the Public Information Officer. Then we will hear from Michael Montoya. He is the principal of Centennial High School. And then there will be time for questions after that. So at this time, I'll turn it over to Superintendent Stan Rounds.
Thank you, Joe, and good afternoon. Early this morning, Las Cruces Public Schools was made aware of a threat against Centennial High School via social media. Originally, it was thought that the threat was made on a social media feed only, and at first it was not clear whether it was Centennial High School here in Las Cruces or another school in Texas. School administration, Las Cruces Police began an investigation early this morning. Calls were made to Texas, and our Centennial administration immediately heightened security. Students were questioned, and we were able to identify the social media source or sources, which we will not share at this time because of the ongoing investigation. Centennial was then placed on lockdown. All entrances on lockdown are locked. No visitors are allowed in or out of the school, and students remain in their classrooms in a locked down status. Police initiated an investigation with our school administration's assistance and with our own security personnel. The alleged student and his parent were at school this morning. Shortly before 10 a.m., the student was detained by police. About 20 minutes later, this 18-year-old was taken by police for further questioning. Separately, another 17-year-old student, also from Centennial, was given a Class 3 citation by police for writing a threatening message on the wall of one of the school's restrooms. We were able to detail that student using our security system cameras and whatnot that we have at Centennial High School. That student will also face discipline by the school. We want to thank the many parents who came by the school or gave us calls for their patience in this matter. They were very cooperative. We had a group of parents, as an example, in cars that were locked out of the building, parked in our parking lots, and I want to thank them for their patience as we dealt with this situation using our normal protocols. One of the things I want to say to the media and to the public, you see, we take threats very, very seriously, and we do not tolerate them, period. Whether this threat is made over social media or by telephone or in person, we will always follow up on all threats and impose the necessary discipline, or, as in this case, ask for law enforcement's involvement. At this time, I'd like to turn this over to Dan Trujillo, the Public Information Officer for the Las Cruces Police Department.
Thank you, Stan, and good early afternoon. Early this morning, sometime after 4 a.m., Las Cruces Police received information that there was potentially a threat made to a local school. We began investigating immediately, and police officers, additional officers, were assigned to Centennial High School, the school that was perceived to receive that threat, and our officers were there before students arrived. We have detained one individual for questioning only right now at this time, and we'll go from there. We're very pleased with the cooperation we received from other agencies and also with the Las Cruces Public Schools, the teachers, students, and parents, and many others who helped us. With that, I'd like to pass it on to Michael from Centennial High School.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here this morning. I just want to reiterate what Mr. Round said earlier, is that, threats are taken very seriously, whether through the district or at our school. And I want to thank LCPD for their cooperation and their quick response this morning. Our students, our teachers, and our administrative staff for working hard this morning and to ensure that our school, our staff, and our students were safe. We took the proper procedures. And we did what we needed to do this morning, and with the cooperation of everybody, we were able to get the 2 students that were involved, and that's where we're at. Centennial is a great place to be, and it'll continue to be. And just know that safety of our students and our staff is of importance at Centennial as it is across Las Cruces Public Schools.
Michael, before we take questions, could you explain that we're going to give absences excused for those parents who check out?
Yes, for those students that were checked out today, we will give them an excused absence today. As you know, they were very cooperative coming in. I know it was chaotic at first when they all came in, and we put them in lockdown, but as they checked them out, we will give them an excused absence today.
We'll take questions now.
Right, we have to take questions.
Yes, what are the ramifications against the student who was taken into custody for questioning?
Okay, at this point, I don't want to draw conclusions about what legal matters might be as we hand this over to Las Cruces Police Department.
And that is a live news conference that we are bringing to you from our New Mexico Mobile Newsroom. This is Stan Rounds, who is speaking, the superintendent of the school district. Again, we can tell you that they now have 2 students who are detained regarding this incident. This is video that we shot earlier this morning from our New Mexico Mobile Newsroom. An 18-year-old student is being held just for questioning. A 17-year-old is also facing some disciplinary action from the school for writing a threatening message inside a restroom. This is something that we are following right now, and you can look for more information on this throughout this newscast, including at the bottom of the hour.
That's right. We actually have reporter Josie Ortegon there at the news conference, who will also come back at about the half hour to give us a recap once again of all these developing details that we are just learning about. We're learning about them as long, with our viewers. So again, we'll get all that new information at about 12:30.
Meantime,